weekly vlog. It is a beautifully gloomy, rainy, cold day and I love it. Oh my god. I was at work all day. It's been raining literally all day since like 9:30 this morning. It hasn't stopped and I was just hoping and praying that it would continue to rain until I got home and I could sit on the couch with my book and a blanket. And that's exactly what I'm doing for the rest of the night. Came home from work, had a nice hot shower. I put on my favorite, coziest, velvety PJs, and I'm ready to spend the rest of the night right here. I'm not moving. No one can make me do a goddamn thing for the rest of the night. For my current reads, I've got 2 things on the go, both of them not very far into. I just started both of them this morning, but I'm currently reading So Let Them Burn by Kamilah Cole. Finally, I literally bought this book I think the day or at least the same week that it was released because I was so hyped for it, and then I just never got around to picking it up, but I'm finally doing so, and so far I'm having a great time with it. Also hello from Tony over there. This one is really cool. So it's a Jamaican inspired fantasy and I'm not entirely sure on the plot yet, but it has to do with dragons. I think they're mecha dragons, which is extra cool to me. And this takes place after some kind of war happened where the main character was like the hero of it. So it's like a what happened after you were some childhood prodigy kind of thing who saved the world when you were like 12. And the main character is now I think 17. So it's really interesting reading a book where the main character has already had some kind of huge life-altering event happen and kind of seeing the aftermath of what that was like for her. So yeah, so far so good with this one. I will keep plucking away at it and let you know what I think of it when I'm like halfway through or so. And then the other one that I'm reading is on my Kindle, and I like literally just started this one, but I'm reading Hot Girls with Balls, and this is not telling me what page I'm on, but I am 4% of the way through it so far, so not very far in yet, but so far it's kind of funny. This one is a satire about 2 trans women who are volleyball players, and they're trying to avoid pissing people off, so they join the men's volleyball team, and this is a satire based on that. Again, not very far in. I've like just started it, but I'm already really enjoying the tone of it, and the writing style is really good. So far so good with both of my current reads. Other than that, it's gonna be a nice cozy week. I know on Friday my friend and I are going to the beach together, but aside from that, I am literally just working. That's it. I have tomorrow off where I gotta bring this guy to the vet, but aside from that, I'm planning on going to the vet in my pajamas and coming home and going right back to bed. I'm exhausted. Today was my 9th day working in a row because I left my old job last week and started my new one the next day. So I had to work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at my old job, and then worked Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday at my current job. That was my own fault. I made the schedule for my old job. That was entirely my choice, and I did that to myself. So it is what it is. At least my paycheck will be really good. Anyways, I'm gonna stop talking and get nice and comfy on the couch and pick up my book, and we will chat later on. Happy Thursday, everybody. Can this please stay still? I have several updates. So first of all, I totally forgot to mention the other day that I read an entire book on Monday and just fully forgot to mention it. So on Monday, I picked up Serviceberry. I read this one for one of the Goodread challenges that they do every couple of months. I picked it up while I was making breakfast in the morning before work and ended up listening to the entire thing before I had to leave. It was very short. I think the audiobook at the speed that I was at, it was only maybe an hour, give or take, so super short, but I had a great time with this book. It was beautiful. This one's a nonfiction and I had a great time with it. It was beautifully written and the audiobook was narrated by the author, which is always my favorite way to listen to nonfiction. I don't give star ratings to nonfiction anymore just because I have no idea how to like accurately talk about nonfiction. My go-to is to just give all nonfiction 5 stars, and that's really skewing my stats, so I just am not going to do that anymore. So no rating for that one, but it is fantastic. And then yesterday I also listened to a whole audiobook in one day. I read, oh, I keep forgetting the name, Mayra, I think, by Nicky Gonzalez, also for one of the Goodreads challenges. I think this one was for a debut book. This one is a Southern Gothic horror. It had a really cool concept. I feel like the author may have been influenced by things like Mexican Gothic and What Moves the Dead, because it had a very similar vibe, but just unfortunately the execution was not quite up to the standards of those books specifically, which of course they wouldn't be. This was a debut book, so I was not expecting the level that Sylvia Moreno-Garcia has or that T. Kingfisher has, of course, but it is hard not to compare them when they do have such a similar vibe. But anyways, synopsis. So this one, Southern Gothic horror about this woman who has an old friend reach out to her that she hasn't talked to since high school and says, you know, hey, I'm visiting Florida, you should come hang out with me. So she goes to her friend's boyfriend's house where the two of them are staying to go hang out for the weekend, and then shit gets weird from there. She starts losing time. She has no idea how long she's been there for. Sometimes she thinks she's been there for a night. Sometimes she thinks it's been like weeks and she can't figure out timing. And she's starting to forget things as well. She's kind of losing little bits of memories and kind of forgetting where she is or who she is or what her job was or how old she is, all these things. Just kind of gradually starts to lose all sense of reality. So yeah, really strong, solid premise. It was starting to get weird and eerie and unsettling. It just never really quite got there fully, but the bones were definitely there. So I do think that there's definitely an author to watch and one that I will read more from in the future. But this first book, solid debut. I had a good time with it, but there's definitely room to improve. So I gave it a 3-star. And then yesterday I also DNF'd a book. I picked up one for Backlist Bash that I was very much not enjoying immediately. And then finally I left the book downstairs, but I have the dust jacket. I'm currently reading So Let Them Burn by Kamilah, which I think I mentioned in my last update that I had started this one. I'm now on roughly page 110, I want to say, somewhere around there, and having an excellent time with this book. It is so much fun. I love the politics and the world building is really cool, and I'm just getting into the meat of the plot, so I can't wait to see where things go. I feel like there was something else book related, but I can't think of what it was, so I'll leave that there, and if I think of it later, I will come back. In other news, I bought Tales of the Shire yesterday, that new cozy Lord of the Rings game, and I am fully obsessed. Like, I cannot stop playing it. I think I spent probably like 9 hours yesterday playing it. I cannot be stopped. It's so simple and just good fun time. It's so easy and comforting. You're literally just running around this little village in Hobbiton, cooking meals for your neighbors and doing them favors and running around foraging for all the ingredients and things. And it is lovely. I can't wait to keep playing it tonight. Like, I really need to read because my audiobook for this one is due back in like 3 days. So I do need to finish this book, but I just want to play Tales of the Shire so badly. But I am going to go force myself to go mow the lawn because I've been meaning to do that for like 2 weeks and I keep not getting around to it. But then it's been raining for the last week. Finally a nice day, so I'm gonna get out of my work clothes, go mow the lawn, and then come back in and probably spend the majority of the night playing Tales of the Shire, to be completely honest. Happy Sunday. Oh wow, this shirt looks like the exact same. Hello. As I was saying, the shirt in this lighting looks like the exact same shade as my skin tone. Perfect. In person, this is like a pale pink, but on camera with the lighting that I have, it is just my skin tone. So I look naked. My bad. Today I finished So Let Them Burn by Kamilah, and I have mixed feelings on this book, I'm not gonna lie. I like parts of it. Mainly, I like the premise a lot. I think it sounds really cool, and I love the dragons. There's both mecha dragons as well as actual dragons, and the dragons were a fantastic part of this book. But unfortunately, the plot kind of fell flat as well as the characters for me. Everything was really predictable and so glaringly obvious that I could not understand why the characters weren't figuring it out. I could not believe that these very intelligent characters who like literally led a war when they were 12 years old are now only 5 years later unable to see some of the similar things that are happening. Like, these are very smart, very capable women, and yet this very obvious plot point just flew right over their head somehow. And then the characters again just kind of didn't really live up to what they could have been, I found. And while the ending was interesting, it was compelling, I don't really feel the need to continue the series. I probably won't, but I'm happy to have read book 1 at least. It was a decent time, and I think I'm going to give it a 3-star. Also, I just have to point out how perfectly this bookmark that I have matches the book. Like, how, and with the blue tassel, how perfect is that? I love that. Other than that, I don't think I finished anything else since the last time we spoke. I've really been trying to get through this one. I have started another book for Backlist Bash, but I'll save my thoughts for that video. I feel like there was something else that I read. I'm gonna start editing this video tonight, and if I can think of what it was that I'm missing, I will report back. But aside from that, so for the rest of the night, I'm really tired today, so I think I'm just going to get a video uploaded because I was supposed to do that yesterday and did not because, again, I was exhausted. But I'm going to do that now. I already have one edited. I just have to export it and upload it. I have my first half of the year book haul going up. Finally, I filmed that at the very beginning of July, and I'm just now getting around to posting it. My bad, but it'll be up, so whatever. And after that, it's gonna be a lot of Tales of the Shire, I think is gonna be the rest of my night, basically. So I am gonna try and get some reading in. I want to start a new physical read. I have to do my buzzword books still. I haven't done either of them yet this month, so I should really get some reading in, but I really want to play Tales of the Shire. But yeah, like, I definitely need to try and finish a good number of books still. I've only read 3 books for Backlist Bash, plus the one that I'm currently reading, so 4 total. I always aim for 5, so I have to finish my current read for that, plus do 1 more. And I have to do 2 Backlist Bash books, and I would like to read at least 1 more sequel. So I have at least 5 more books that I want to try and get done before the end of the month, which is in 6 days. So I got some reading to do, and I definitely should not be distracted by a video game more than I already have been, but it's fine. I'm having a good time, so whatever. Anyways, I'm gonna run. I doubt that I'll have anything else to say before the end of the night, so thanks for watching. As always, I hope you enjoyed this week's vlog, and I hope that you also had a fantastic week, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Editing L here. I forgot several things, actually. So first of all, I ended up DNFing Hot Girls with Balls, unfortunately. I'm really sad about it. I was really looking forward to this book, and I might try it again over audio at some point, but my issue with this one was the format of it. The dialogue didn't have any quotation marks, and I don't think there were chapters in it, and it just kind of felt like one gigantic wall of text, and I was really not vibing with that. It was really hard to read, so I think if I read it over audio, that would be a lot better. So maybe at some point I will try that again, because I was very much looking forward to this book, and I was enjoying the tone of it from what I did read. I just couldn't deal with the format, unfortunately. So DNF there. And then I also read a whole other book that I just didn't mention at all. I ended up reading 10,000 Stitches by Olivia Atwater, I think is the author. This is the sequel to Half a Soul. And this one was fantastic. I liked it way more than Half a Soul. Half a Soul, I liked it enough to finish it, but I was really underwhelmed by it. Mainly, I liked the writing style and I liked the atmosphere, but I did not like the romance or the plot line. So I figured reading the next book in the series might be better because obviously the writing style is going to be the same, but it's a totally different couple and plot. and I was correct. I loved these characters so much. They were so quirky and fun. The plot was so good. I had a great time with it. And yeah, just overall, this was exactly what I wanted. It was light and fun and a really good time. So I gave this one a 4-star. Now that's it. That is actually all that I had to say now. So once again, thanks for watching. Hope you had a great week, and I will see you guys in the next video.